Hi all, Sam here. Happy Friday. Another week ticks over and another week I am without Chris. So my mate's just tied up with other work commitments, and so he's left it to me to give you an update on how things have been going and what's coming up. In regard to what's been happening, not much, to be honest. As I said last week, it was a quiet week coming up, very quiet in fact. So nothing to report on that. What I did want to do is just remind you all about the Kieran Maher Open Day we're having on the 1st of December, next Sunday week, down at the beautiful Bong Bong. So if you haven't already registered, I've sent a couple of emails, and you're keen to get there, get in quick. We'll turn it off over the weekend. But it's an amazing facility, and you may not have a horse with them yet, but certainly worth coming and having a look. And you never know, down the track you might have one with him, and he's certainly firing on all cylinders. So we'd love to have you there. So have a look for that, and get registering if you haven't already. This week, also a pretty quiet week. We had two running at Doomben tomorrow, including Miss Hellfire in the listed Tattersalls Classic. But unfortunately, due to an enormous amount of rain this week up there, they've abandoned the meet. So we'll have to, they might reschedule it, but otherwise there's options for her in the next couple of weeks up there. So fingers crossed that rain stops, and we can get her and Cadall out for a run. So moving on to midweek next week, we've got 3 nominated at Newcastle on Wednesday. A couple of these are also nominated at Hawkesbury on Thursday, but hopefully we'll find suitable runs for them. Starting with Hiawatha, he's coming off a pretty decent run up in grade, Saturday Metro class at Rosehill a couple of weeks ago. So he's stepping back in grade and maybe in trip a little, depending on where he goes, either the 2300 or the 2100, back from 2400. So look, he's got his foot on the till. I think he's pretty close. He's still to get that elusive win in Australia, but I reckon he's getting pretty close. So fingers crossed, next week is the week for him and his patient owners. Then we've got Merchant Lady. She's coming off what could have been considered a somewhat disappointing run for her. She was 5 starts, 2 wins, 2 places before last start. She was resuming over 1100, probably a little bit sharp for her. So she'll step up in trip this coming week. And, second up, she should be hopefully there and thereabouts. So we'll look forward to that. And then finally, Zoo Prince. He was scratched from a run yesterday because of a wide barrier. So we've got a couple of options for him. Hopefully he can draw well in one of them. And again, he's one with early talent. He had a lot of talent, and he's just got to sort of find that form, and I think he'll go on to bigger and better things. But so he'll step out in one of them next week as well. So good luck to the owners there with the 3 of them. And that's our week, with no more Doomben tomorrow. We've just got the 3 midweek runners, and really excited to see what they can do. So moving on to Red Hot Tip Time. Sorry, I lost my thoughts there for a sec. I was thinking about what I was going to say about Chris. Chris gave you five tips last week, and it was a big fat donut. So I've actually canned him this week. I said, not even taking your tips. So our poor owners just can't put up with it. Me, on the other hand, another Will didn't get the win, but was there and thereabouts, and I thought he was going to go back to back. So I got a second there, so that's nothing. But in the Beaufort, and if Chris was here, I'd be saying ka-ching. Nick Our Spur paying $8, ran a hell of a race, and I was pretty pleased to see that. So I kept my winning ways with decent odds going, and hopefully I've got a cast of thousands this week because Chris is not tipping. So I'll start at Cranbourne. Race 7, The Pendant. Fillies and Mares race that Revolutionary Miss won last year. So excited to see who wins that this year. I'm on number 3, Conasana, paying $4.50. Race 8 at Cranbourne, the Meteorite. I'm on number 6, Ray Magniero. Got the win last start, hoping to get another one and go back to back, paying $6. Race 9, the Cranbourne Cup. I'm on a fair roughie here, so number 13, Cadmus, paying $26 for the win, decent money for the place, so that might be an each way option for you. Moving on to Kembla Grange, race 7, The Gong. I chose here Territory Express, number 3, paying $6.50. But if you wanted to box a few of them in a trifecta, I'd go Territory Express along with Gringotts, Letvagi and Stepati. So there's 4 there. You might want to box a trifecta or something like that, and you never know. They're all paying actually pretty decent odds. Then I move on to race 9, the Warra. I'm on number 1, Dragonstone, to go back to back. Decent field, but very good horse and in good form. And then I think, and then race 8 at Ascot. So it's Group 1 day at Ascot tomorrow in the Railway Stakes. I'm on number 1, Belclair, to go 3 in a row. She was fabulous against in the Hot Danish against Miss Hellfire a few weeks ago. Led all the way and just looked a class horse. So race 8 at Ascot, the Railway Stakes, number 1, Belclair. So that's 6, I think. So I'm sorry about that, but hopefully you can get 1 or 2 up there and some decent dollars, and you've dodged a bullet because Chris is not here and hasn't tipped. So anyway, guys, have a great weekend. Sorry about the weather up in Queensland, but it's beautiful down here, and expect it to be quite warm over the weekend. Enjoy your weekend, enjoy the racing, good racing everywhere, and we'll hopefully have Chris back next week.